Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth. I give you the truth as I see it. As you guys can see, this is another test video. I think you guys can see me a little bit clearer this time. One of the things that you probably notice is that the volume is loud. So if the volume is loud, just go ahead and turn it down. I'm going to try to find a medium. Remember the past videos I had where you couldn't even hear me and then I had to make videos all over again? I remember I had to make I was talking for an entire hour. As you guys know, I do make long videos, and then all of a sudden I would go back and find out that there's no audio. So I've kind of worked through all of that stuff. Everything seems to be better. Obviously different hardware, so things are working way more smoothly than they ever have before. So that's a really good thing. So okay, so here in my in this video, I'm just gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna go on Twitter. I call it I don't know, Twitter review, Twitter, browsing. But I'm just going to go ahead and get some updates on Twitter and kind of talk about it a little bit. And also, I think this would be a good thing. One of the things you guys should do, especially for you Holochain fans out there, you really need to follow Holochain or the Holo organization on Twitter. I think that'll help you greatly. We're going to talk about some things because there's been a whole lot of conversations that's been happening on the Twitter space, especially with Holochain. Obviously, with the market going down, people are panicking. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. Pretty soon, hopefully, I'm able to get a little timeline in there so you guys, especially on my longer videos, you guys can go ahead and take a look at that. I've tried it before in my previous videos and just didn't work out. I'm not technically, I'm not tech inclined, so but I do try my best. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. So one of the things is, by the way, this is a test video. So if you guys are looking for something extremely education, most of this stuff are my opinions on what's happening in the world today. The reason why I'm kind of going over everything and not just the crypto space is very there's a reason. Trust me, I promise you there's a reason. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So it seems like first thing on my timeline, Thomas Sowell. Now, if some of you guys don't know who Thomas Sowell is, I think you should look him up. I think you should really look at the things he said. As a kid, I really wish that I knew about this guy and educated myself. But obviously, when you grow up in a certain neighborhood or a certain town, you kind of have a closed mindset or a closed type of thinking. But anyway, this guy says that people on the political left have a certain set of opinions, just as people do in other parts of the ideological spectrum. It's not surprising. What is surprising, however, is that how often the opinions of those on the left are accompanied by hostility and even hatred. I do think there's a balance there. I don't think it's just with the left. I believe it's the right as well. Obviously, I'm not going to get too much into left and right stuff. Matter of fact, I just had a tweet. A lot of humans, they have this mentality that it's either this or that. There are just way too many variables in life to think that way, and it prevents you from creating solutions to problems. Are you either pro blockchain or you're not? Are you either cryptocurrency or you're not? Are you either Bitcoin or Holochain or you're not? You're either one or the other. Or you're in this camp, the XRP army, or you're not. That type of thinking will leave you in a boxed mentality, and you really can't do that. Here he says, particularly issues can arouse passions here and there for anyone with any political views. And this is true. When you go into work, first thing they say is, we don't talk about politics, religion, and sex. It says, but for many on the left, indignation is not a sometime thing. It is a way of life. I'm going to break this down. Actually, I really do like this guy, but I think there's a balance there. And I believe that in some of his interviews, he talks about how he aligns more on more conservative types of views. But the problem with a lot of and this is the first time I've actually disagreed with this guy, because I mean this guy is a genius to me anyway. But this guy is, in this particular case, I don't think everything, when people have political views, they have emotions tied to those political views, and people with more emotional intelligence are going to be able to say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to go this way or that way. I'm going to find out what makes sense. Let's talk about this. And I think a lot of people don't know how to get to the root cause of certain problems. Now, I could talk about this all day. This is just obviously on Twitter, and that's just my 2 cents on that. This is actually the first time that his thread is like popped up like immediately. As you guys see, I just put on Twitter. I just jumped on here, and then immediately, like, that's that. So let me go ahead and go to my timeline here. All right, let's move forward, because I can talk all day about that, and actually sometimes I do, so I'm not gonna do that. Not with this test video, and not with I'm also a huge Overwatch fan. My friends got me into Overwatch about 7-8 months ago, and I completely suck, but I just started, so obviously I'm not that good. I am getting better. I'm a Hammond main, for any of you guys who know what that means. But Overwatch 2 is just coming out, and or I should say it's in beta, and people are not very happy about it. Big Black Crypto, he says, what's going on through these guys' mind as Doug shakes the woman hand? I'm guessing it's every campaign promise token. I don't know what's going on here. I know he's from Canada, so there's a lot that's happening in Canada right now. But yeah, what are your 3 altcoins you will be loading up for next alt season run? All right, let's get into a little bit of crypto, because I think it's extremely important. I'm moving my green screen thing around a little bit there. I probably need to make it a little bit bigger, but anyway, let's get into some crypto talk. Let's find out what people are thinking about. Look at this. PYRVRARMRK. I don't even know what that is. I like doing this because sometimes I find out projects. I'm like, what in the world is this project, right? Fundamental user projects, VRA, XRP, CRO, also Rise, which is my Go token to build and stake. I don't know. Is that Bryce or Bitrise, or is it just Rise? I don't know. VRA, okay, so VRA is showing up a whole lot. VRA, MTN, SIN, VRA, PRN, PYR again, Ape, VRA. Man, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. If you read about this, it looks like Skiba is available. Is that Skiba, or is it supposed to be Shiba? I don't know what's going on. See here, I feel like an old man when I'm on Twitter, because I'm like, all of these acronyms and stuff like that. It's definitely a learning curve for me, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna stop that, because I don't even know half of. I do believe that there's a. Speaking of that, I do believe that alt season has not come yet. You guys have to please, someone commented on my last video about how Holochain is going dead. Everything seems to be going dead right now, and I just like to remind you guys. I know some of you guys do not like Bitcoin, but let me tell you something. Bitcoin was at $3,900, and I remember that, and I remember the mindset of people. Obviously, at the time, I only held hot. Like I just that's pretty much all I hold, and I don't even have a lot of that, but I do. But it was the end of the world. Like people in the crypto space, they gave up. Like it was the end of the world. Like you couldn't talk to people. China was again at the time. China was the second or third attempt to get rid of Bitcoin or whatever, or not use Bitcoin, and it was just the end of the world. And And all of a sudden, this is within 2 years. So think about that, people. Within 2 years or 2.5 years, so Bitcoin was only at $3,900. What happens if you wait another 2 years to find out what's happening in the crypto space? You know, the crypto space is not, you can make quick money if you're a trader. Obviously, I'm not a trader, and a lot of people, I talk about this in my one of my videos long time ago about people having weak hands, and you know, you have weak hands because a lot of people who are not long-term investors have weak hands because they don't realize that this space right now is manipulated. If over a 900 is a 900 trillion, 500 trillion, whatever it is, space can be manipulated within, you know, 401ks and in the stock market, then obviously the crypto market can be. And obviously we don't want that, but it is what it is. This guy, Lithium X, dropped for 25K hot tokens or USB hosting stick. You know, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well, because the hosting stick, it says it used to be the Hollowport USB or something like that, and they changed it to USB hosting stick. We'll see about that. That's pretty cool. Rig, good on you for doing that. All right, by Hollow, Elemental Chat is working quite well. This is within the hour. The next blockchain technology is born. Be ready. I don't know how to say this, but the next blockchain technology. I know what he meant, but I'm not gonna correct. You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything or correct him on that. Or he probably even, let's see what the thread says. By Hollow, Hollow is doing very bad, very sad, very bad. You know, Thurk. I don't know if Thurk's he has a USA thing there. So people have to remember, Hollow Chain is the hot token is not very common or not very easy to get in the United States. That's like, it's for real, like for real. Like, you have to understand, like that hasn't even been factored in. I know a lot of people are happy that like you have like 150,000 people hold it. That is absolutely nothing. When I say nothing, that is nothing compared to what's really to what can really happen and will really happen once Hollow Chain is out there and is up and running. Donald Lee, 17 others follow. Monday, Michael Saylor. Monday morning is time to get back to work. I think this is a sarcastic joke, but that's hilarious. I'm looking forward, and you guys have to understand this is going to happen. At least in my own personal opinion. Again, this is not investment advice, but I do see McDonald's really adopting a specific coin. I don't know which one. They're not going to have their own coin. It's too late. You know, all of these companies and organizations that's just trying to jump into it. It's too late. I don't know. You know, I don't know who these people are hiring or what's happening in the background. But you're late to the party, and whoever is the not the finance manager, but the product and development. Part of the product and development team or whatever, especially with an organization as big as McDonald's, that person needs to be fired because you're not doing a very good job. McDonald's, a lot of restaurants are falling behind, and you guys looked stuff. I thought it was very interesting. Shiba Inu is having their own restaurant, and that's pretty cool. I probably should. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and Google that right now. I'll show you guys real quick. Let's see here. Yes, I'm an old man. Leave me alone. Shiba Inu. Let's do a restaurant. There we go. Oh, this is on Yahoo Finance, so at least a report. Shiba Inu themed restaurant has opened up its doors. Fast food restaurant like McDonald's are entering into the metaverse, while blockchain-based projects are taking root in real world, like Shiba Inu. I think that's the best thing to do, is take part in the real world. There's nothing better than being able to take your crypto that you're earning either in the metaverse or in real life, and to be able to go to a restaurant and buy something with it. You know, it's almost like it's almost like a not a cult, but more like a I don't even want to say. Lost of words. Sorry, you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and fumble over my words all day. But fast food restaurants, after a huge partnership involving Shiba Inu's lead developer Shytoshi Kusama, a decentralized fast food restaurant was created, and I think that's cool. The restaurant is now open and it's called Wellies. Wow. It's located in Via Sannazaro 4 in Naples, and they have 4 in Naples, Italy. I'm just saying, look, I'm not joking. If I had the capital, I would open up a Shiba Inu restaurant in the United States. I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there. I'm telling you, it'll just be a thing for me. So, but anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. Let's go ahead and got some more tweets up here. It's probably dealing with Overwatch, judging by the characters up here. The dump reminds me of last year when we went from 64K to 28K. Remember all those 10 calls back then? Yeah, you know, and what is that? Gareth, I can't remember his last name, but the Gareth guy, he's like, oh, it's going to go to 20K or whatever, and it still hasn't hit it yet. It's gotten close. Bitcoin still has not hit, like, I think he was like saying like it's going to hit the low 20s. But he always walks back. And if we jump up, obviously, if we bounce back, especially with everything that's happening in the world right now, are you kidding me? If we bounce back and go to, certain like highs, we're never going to hit low 20s again. Obviously, I don't really care all that much. It's not really a big deal to me, obviously, because, well, I just hold hot. So we'll talk about that in a second as well. Ducky makes one video on Overwatch 2. Everyone is a game developer, marketing strategist, and critic. Whew. Is anyone asking how Ron DeSantis is worth $340,000 in 2020 and is now worth $52 million? You know, a lot of people, Big Black Crew, yeah. So a lot of people don't understand. So it's kind of funny because Ron DeSantis is actually, I'm in the state of Florida. So he's actually our governor over here in the state of Florida. And one of the things that people don't understand, actually, I was at a rodeo. I just changed my phone, so the video got deleted. I wish I could because I did record him. He was in the middle of the rodeo, and this is how things work. So obviously, I don't lean left or right. I just don't. I don't lean anywhere. I ain't got time for that. But when you're in their area, it's so funny because the first thing they do is make sure that they hold up the flag and you're singing the national anthem, and he's talking about Ron DeSantis has been all over the place, and he's talking about getting back to work in America and all the good stuff that political people say. Now, here's the thing. One of the things that people don't understand is Ron DeSantis is actually moving forward and doing great. Why, you might ask? Because everybody is moving to Florida. Everybody is moving to Florida. Everybody is moving to Texas. Why? Because not only is there are no state taxes, and there's a lot of basically the main draw is there's no state taxes. Then you look at the weather. The weather is nice. We haven't I can't find any wood to knock on, but we haven't had a hurricane that destroyed anything for like 3 or 4 years. We really haven't had a really good hurricane like we used to. It used to be like every year we have 2 or 3 hurricanes that just come through and destroy everything, and now we don't. The one time that happens, it's not going to be a good thing for Florida, because what happens is we have all these people from up north, and they haven't experienced anything like a real hurricane coming through Florida and just blasting Florida like it usually always does. And then they're buying up everything, buying up land, building houses. The housing market Florida is one of the worst places for a housing market in the United States, and the reason being is because like I stated before, there's no state taxes, and then also a lot of people who are from up north. Check this out: a lot of people from up north. I talked about this before. They make more money than the people down here in Florida, and I'm one of those people here in Florida. So when I want to purchase a home or buy a house, it's okay because those people that was up in New York, they were making $70,000, $80,000 to $100,000 easy, while people down here we were making less, and now we just had the I'm going a little bit political, but we just had a bump in the minimum wage to like $10 an hour or something like that. So I don't know, it's 10, 11. I don't know what it is right now, but it's somewhere around that ballpark. So as you guys can see, Ron DeSantis is worth a whole lot. He's probably going to try to be the next president of the U.S. and the next voting. I'm not going to talk about who I'm voting for, who I'm not voting for, but I am going to say this. There's in the political realm, there's a lot of people who are leaning one way or the other. By the way, I'm going to say this in the middle of this video. There's a song called "The System." I think his name is Tom McDonald, and it's fire. If you guys listen, look, there are people and other YouTubers, I believe, what's his name, the popular guy, I can't think of it, man, maybe I can find it on my phone, but they are trying to build a decentralized everything. Like, everything's going to be decentralized. They're trying to build a new economy. Everyone's trying to find out how we can get back to making sense, right, and not be part of the system. So if you guys listen, I would definitely recommend. Some of you guys might not like the kind of music that it is, but if you pay attention to the words, it is absolute truth. All right, Jim Cramer called for a 40% gain on it. Girls talk stocks. You know, one of the things I can't stand. I'm gonna say this. I can't stand when people are like, oh man, this girl did this, or that woman did this, or the women. I can't stand it for a couple of reasons. One, women can do pretty much anything a man can, so I don't even know why people are surprised about that. That type of thinking is already kind of messed up. It's kind of similar in a black community, and while I do respect other people, my mind is a little bit different. I could be wrong, but my mind is like, hey, you know, oh, the first doctor did this or whatever, you know, okay, like the first black doctor did X, Y, Z. Okay, like we could have did that years ago. The only thing is that we weren't allowed. A lot of people weren't allowed the education, and we now have an opportunity to learn anything we want or do anything we want. And that's the same thing with women. So I'm not really surprised with all this. Time moves forward. We're moving to a more time frame in which we have to really understand that it's not really about what women can and cannot do, or girl talk stocks and stuff like that. I just don't like it. I just don't like it because we're human beings and we have to move forward. Sorry about that. That's my email there. All right, I know this video is getting long. I haven't even got into Holochain yet because there's a lot going on there. For anyone really enjoying beta, we're going back to Overwatch in less than 9 days. Yeah, I think that a lot of people are going to go back to Overwatch. My friends are already upset about Overwatch too, so I think it'll be fine. All right. The 2000 bubble was 2 years later, and the next halving is 2 years away. I think we have a similar pattern. Let me tell you guys something. Bitcoin 1998, and I kind of sort of agree with this. And the next halving is going to be crazy. I don't really understand why. Can somebody tell me why Bill Gates is the boss of pandemics? I don't even really understand why people. It says internet versus crypto adoption. It is extremely similar. You guys, and I think there's actually going to be another level there, because once we start, I was listening to Kitco News, and one of the people were talking about on Kitco about, like, once all of these trash blockchain projects, and then the projects that have real utility come up, it's going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy. It's going to be absolute boom. So yeah, I would say about around the top 200 to 300 coins are really going to get some massive gains. Obviously, the gains are going to be greater for the ones that only have what like $5 market cap, whatever it is. Let's see here. Elon Musk, if I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing you. You know what? To be honest with you, you guys remember what happened to McAfee, right? I'm just saying. So keep that in mind. I don't think anything's going to happen to Elon Musk. If something happens to Elon Musk, man, that's going to be crazy. We might as well I think that if something happens to Elon Musk, and while I don't think he's the top crypto expert, I do believe that he's an intelligent guy and is a great marketer. I think some people could learn a little bit from that, but in a way, that is a hey, it's me if I look white. Well, no, never mind. Nope, not even close. I don't have beard. I don't have facial hair. It's not going to happen. And I'm not going to. And I'm no offense to anybody who is white out there or Caucasian or white skin, but I'm really happy I have dark skin because let me tell you something. The sun is it really is. So yeah, I'm in Florida. I love the sun. I love hanging out. And warm weather just does me well. I see people out there, Caucasian, they're slathering on all kinds of. Now I can still get skin cancer from heat, obviously from direct from the sun. But I'm educated enough to know when I actually need it and when I don't need it, and that helps a lot. So, but I love being able to handle the sun without harming my skin. All of this. All right, let's get into some holochain because I'm tired of this. Oh yeah. Dave HC, we were having a nice little conversation about where was it? I need to get to the original. Oh nope, not that one. Oh yeah. So he was using a sports analogy. Understanding rules of the game, have high developed individual skills, high trust, understanding between teammates, understanding patterns of contests, or whether they understand patterns in contests to achieve their goals, group execution. I think that this is something that to be honest with you, I think this is something that Holochain needs. Holochain really, not Holochain because I'm saying Holochain like it's an organization. The Holo organization really needs to develop this type of thing. I've been talking about this forever, so I'm not going to really jump too much into it. But I put sports analogies are the best. Although he said, though, I wonder how they land with people who don't like competition. I think this is very interesting because there are some people. Anyone who can pass data on one-touch basis like this, soccer for example, including scoring a goal, will also view the teamwork involved as a thing of rare beauty. And that's the thing is you have to be able to work as a team, and that's something I don't really understand. We can all get together, work as a team, and develop something more. It's develop something great, and I'm talking about as human beings. Obviously. I'm getting into other stuff that I'm into, so I don't want to really dive too much into it. But yeah, working as a team is an excellent thing, and I think that people should work more as a team. All right, let's see here. Let's go with Holo, because obviously, let's see here. Oh, Holo's is hiring. We're looking for a Rust developer to join our team. Check the link below, see if it's you. We are in that was May 6th, so this is 4 hours ago. Oh wow. Now are they looking? Let's go ahead and click on this. Let's see here. Let's see if this role, what this role is for. I don't know how to take those things off. All right, it's a full-time contract, full-time, 100% remote work. GMT three GMT 9 American specific language English fluency. But this opportunity is rapidly growing, disruptive global tech for room growth. What will you do? Oh wow, this is a little bit different than the other one. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember ages ago when I was talking about what HoloChain was looking for. They look like they were. I mean, what you will do? It looked like that person was like literally running the Holo organization. And then it says what they're looking for here. That's a little bit better because that one time, man, it was like everything. But they're looking for something specific here. In this case, a Rust developer. Write usable, testable, efficient code for distributed HoloChain applications. Build out infrastructure growth. Maintain and improve existing software. Test, debug. Okay, what are they looking for? A background with modern development and build strategies such as microservices, containers, lambdas, continuous integration. I really like the fact that they bachelor's degree in understanding blockchain technology is nice to have. Experience working and contributing to open source projects is nice to have. Excellent and direct communication is a must. Huh? Really? That's a must? Excellent and direct communication is a must? All right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. All right. Some details about what we offer. Market salary, which is in a national currency, which is understandable. A rewards program for Holo Fuel. Supportive introductory period. I imagine that there's going to be a learning curve somewhere. Regular team meetings. Occasional team travel 1 to 2 times per year. That's pretty cool. Collaborative and inspiring culture. That's something I would like to see. But obviously, as I stated before, sometimes I complain about the Holo organization, but there's a lot that's happening in the background that I don't see, and I do state that. You have to understand. While on the surface we might not understand, and it's like, huh, Nani? But sometimes I have to kind of put that into a box and understand that, hey, I don't understand everything, but I will say that motivated, passionately engaged, and evolutionary global teammates. I will say that this right here is one of the reasons as to why a lot of people have questions and are confused and maybe even complain. About us, HoloChain is our new open world framework, infrastructure technology, distributed peer-to-peer applications. HoloChain is fast, massively scalable, cost-effective, resource efficient, and energy efficient. I'm telling you guys, like, I do believe that the Holo organization is going to make it. They're going to be able to get and do the things that they want to do. I do believe that there's a lot of positive things here. So, all right. Let's hear the complaints, right? You know what? I love Twitter because I love jumping on the complaints. Let's see here. I'm all in. Release the beta. Oh, there's Thurk again. What are you going to do? Sell tacos? Wow. Mona Lisa loves Bitcoin, so I guess that tells you a lot of what you need to know about that individual. Oh man, a lot of times these tweets. After all, you paid the salaries with our money. Here you go. If you want road food insurance, let me know, and we'll make some more purchases. This person just teasing HoloChain because of teasing the Holo organization because a lot of people aren't seeing what's happening with their income, but I should say with the income that they've made from people purchasing the hot token, which in reality there's a lot. A lot of people talk about how they don't need the hot token or they don't need they do they did, and it's necessary for growth. In order to grow, you need resources, and if you're not going to have resources, then you need to be able to use whatever resources you have extremely efficiently. So that's one of the things that happens when we're talking about business here. Let's go ahead and let's check out Arthur Brock. I can't. Let me see here. Did I spell his name right? Yeah, I did. All right. So he says, does anybody want to have a spontaneous holochain meetup in Ljubljana this week? Reply if you're interested. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you are in the state of Florida, I don't mind having a meetup, right? I don't mind having a holochain meetup, and we can get together and talk about a lot of the apps that's being built on holochain. We can talk about just a whole lot of things, all things holochain, really. Now, I don't like meeting up with people and just complaining about stuff. We can complain about stuff all day long. You guys know that I can get into my rants and I can just start complaining. But I am a very solution-oriented person. So obviously, if you're in the Holo community, a holochain community, and I know they have Holo Mondays and different things like that, but I do think that there are better ways, especially meeting physically and actually meeting and talking with people is pretty cool. So, yeah. Reply if you're interested in tools and dApps that scale way beyond blockchain and can truly be the next net. See, that's why it's not like the next blockchain. It's beyond blockchain. And this it says, see why we chose Rust for our production systems. I was just talking to a guy. Sorry. Excuse me. I just finished talking to a guy, one of my friends. We were playing Overwatch, and he was telling me about how I need to follow neighborhoods. He was just telling me about how when he was a developer, he didn't build in Rust, and I'm like, well, how come? Like, there's a lot of, and even not just holochain, but other people are building in Rust, and I never did get it. And I know the Holo organization has spoken about that numerous times in their AMAs. And that's another thing, I really get, for some of you guys, we can always, hindsight is always 2020, but if you go back and listen to their AMAs, it's pretty cool. So this video is long for a reason. So if you guys have to go, while Cardano was building a better blockchain than Ethereum, Holochain was better building decentralized ledger technology than blockchain. This is true. I do agree with that. I always do believe that you always have to think about what's next. And I've talked about this before, but you really need to ask your questions when you're making decisions on things. What's next? All right, let's talk about this Holoport USB type of thing, because as we all know, there was a fumble. I don't know what kind of fumble it was. I always laugh. The worst kind of fumble you can have, especially in American football, is a butt fumble. Look it up. It's hilarious. So, but anyway, so I think the Holoport USB team, or whatever the project is, I think they kind of jumped the gun, and they say, yes, I've advised this project. I believe they're honest in their intentions and have been working in earnest. They probably have taken my participation as formal support for Holo and moved too quickly without clear agreements in place. Sorry for any confusion. I definitely I'm man, I can't talk. I think I'm talking a little bit too fast. But I'm really happy Arthur Brock came in here and he decided to say, hey, let's clear up some space. He says, each time we offer Holoports, they sell out in hours. More people want to be hosts. We're a software company, so managing hardware logistics distracts us from our core work, building the next web. I believe it's good to have other steps in to fill the gap. All right. Just talking about just this statement alone, people. Just this statement alone. You have to understand that they are trying to concentrate on the roots of Holochain. and to create, you know, a to make Holo awesome. And in order to do that, they have to concentrate on the bare bones. And then the holoports, having to deliver the holoports, having to make sure that people get connected. The community is great with helping others and trying to solve some issues and problems. But they are, I kind of said this before, they have all of these holoports out, and I think they have enough holoports. I think at this point they have enough holoports, and they're going to concentrate on actually getting the product out there, meaning reaching beta for Holo hosting, and for Holochain. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what they do. There's a lot of confusion out there of what's happening. I think, obviously, selling the holoports and having them not operate or not being able to join anything or do anything with them for years. Some people have had the holoports for years. So there's a lot going on there, and there's a lot of frustration going there. But I think I'm in agreement with Arthur Brock here. They really need to get this stuff together, as far as getting fuel together, holo fuel that is, and hot together. I think there's a lot of positive things that can come from this. Leaders League, this should silence the overreactions from Twitter. I'm going to buy 3 or 4 of these things. You know, there was an overreaction, but I would say the overreaction in this case was warranted. There's a lot of people out there that are trying to make money from others, and so Arthur, in this case, he stated that yes, he's advised the project, meaning that he was involved in some sort of way. So it doesn't mean that they're a scam or anything else in between. It just means that they kind of jumped the gun, and they with their information. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what's happening here. Overwatch. They're still teasing Overwatch. Toothpick changes everything. More Overwatch stuff. Hold on. I'm sorry. Mayhem will redo attack. Second redo. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it here. Overwatch League Scrimbucks right now. I think I'm gonna leave it right here. I think this should be enough for me to do some stuff with. So you guys will probably see in the videos that there's gonna be some things floating around. I'm testing out a whole lot of stuff. I'm testing out all of this gear that I have. And obviously, like I stated before, I'm prepared. I'm preparing for other stuff. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Please, 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 as I always say, do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research. And last but not least, folks, above all else, stay safe. Bye, you guys.